Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I'm going to put out a story that I believe is a very serious warning. And it sounds funny. This is about the bomb cyclone that I don't know if anybody has really been paying attention to. An event, a very rare event actually, especially to say that bomb cyclones do happen. And they've happened, they more rarely in the Atlantic than they do in the Pacific. But to be able to forecast them is very difficult to do. And I've seen some pretty sensationalized articles, right, about 10 feet of snow and 24 inches of rain or just crazy amounts, crazy predictions. But I came across one in the Washington Post, and they're trying to like sort of downplay it. But I'm looking at these stats and what's expected, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, we've seen crazy things in the last couple of years, right? Crazy things, and a lot of you have been getting prepared for way before all this stuff happened a couple of years ago. But there's so many people that are on this channel and other channels. And while you're on it too, please just look down and see if you were up and undescribed and hit the subscribe button. It's happening to a lot of people. I mean, literally, when I said that this morning, 1,000 subscribers popped back up, and thank you for that. But they're looking for answers. And so if you guys can do me a favor and hashtag bomb cyclone or just hashtag cyclone in the do not hashtag bomb, okay? Just hashtag bomb cyclone or hashtag cyclone. Get the information out, because I'm going to read through some of the stats and what they're expecting in the upper Pacific Northwest. But, guys, it's time to get prepared. And then I'm going to go into some things you need to get prepared about. And I would honestly go do it, even if this doesn't happen, okay? So this is from the Washington Post. I'm going to link it in the description below. Extreme atmospheric rivers to bombard California with beneficial precipitation. And just give you an idea, I was talking about atmospheric rivers back in 2010, 2011, and getting laughed at, and then it became a term. And it's an amazing weather phenomenon where it's literally like a river flowing through the sky. There's so much water coming down the ground. It says multiple rounds of rain and snow will bring drought relief, but also the risk of mudslides and debris flow. It says California and parts of the West Coast have been dealing with extreme drought. Blah, blah, blah. We already know that, right? It says parts of the Sierra Nevada will have more than 5 feet of snow and up to 10 inches of rainfall, likely in lower elevations. That's a big deal, all right? Lower elevations obviously means there's going to be a ton more in the higher elevations. Mudslides, debris flows, and pockets of flash flooding are possible. Now, some of you on the other coast might say, well, heck with it. That's, California and the West Coast. That's not us. But this could very well affect the port of San Francisco, any commerce that's going up in Washington. This can have some effects on other parts of the country. It says high winds are also anticipated, with some coastal and high elevation areas seeing gusts to 60 miles an hour. Now, this is what's very important, okay? We're going to skip through most of this. I'm going to put it in the description below. We're going to get to how you guys need to prepare. It says most of the central and northern California need at least 6 to 12 inches of rain, or the equivalent amount of snow, for severe drought conditions, right? We know that we're going to get that. What's very interesting is we're going to get through the millibars, because a bomb cyclone essentially, it's hard to explain, has high winds and stuff. But NOAA's even is saying, hey, we're going to have massive, massive waves. And they're calling the waves, I'm looking through this, to be between 24 and 48 feet tall. Now, I want to explain something here. And this is even, so you got to take it with a grain of salt, right? But waves between 24 and 48 feet tall are obviously disastrous, right? They're massive, massive waves. Now, a lot of the stories are saying that a lot of this is going to happen offshore. But you know what's very interesting? It's something that's never happened before. And waves can travel so far, it's crazy from a storm. But we have so many ships sitting, even though this is Northern California, down at the port of Los Angeles right now, just sitting there, sitting at anchor. Can you imagine if all of a sudden, even if, waves 12 feet tall hit that area with all those ships sitting right there? What could happen? We've all seen videos of ships that start swaying and all the cargo goes flowing over. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but wouldn't that be interesting? Now, let's talk about some other things. And And sorry, I'm looking for I just had it and now I've lost it. I'm talking about all these different fires that have happened in the state of California, some right in my backyard. Yeah, sorry. So here's this about getting ready. A lot of people don't even think about it. Maybe this is the first time you've seen a video like this. What should I do? Well, you know what? Getting some canned goods of foods that you're normally going to eat would be a good idea. If you don't have anything extra, getting some toilet paper. I know we've already been there before that, right? It's not a lot of time to get some water filters and things like that, but the facts are you can only buy so much water. Another thing is some firewood. You might need some firewood for some heat, because if all of a sudden you're having these very cold storms and you're not prepared for it and you lose electricity, you're going to need heat. So going and getting some firewood right now. It sounds funny. I saw a comment the other day on one of the videos, and this gentleman said, yeah, I was always one of the first of the year to go and buy firewood. And his firewood salesman would say, it's great that you're the first, because it's always the ones panicking right before the storm that see the prices raised and the shortages come. And that's what I want to share with you. You know, even if this doesn't come to full fruition, it isn't what some of these extreme meteorologists are talking about, and even the mellow ones, right? Let's say it doesn't happen. Use this as a good triggering point for action. You know, at another place I work, we talk about trigger points where we have to act if this or this or this happens, or a combination of them, right? Or all of them. We have to set trigger points in our lives. And it's the time to get ready is now. You know, we already have massive problems with the economy. We already have supply chain issues that are insane. We already have an epidemic going on, right? Throw in a couple weather events. I mean, honestly, I don't know, you know, it hasn't been really reported. I mean, we've seen the Canary Island volcano, but the Japanese volcano, you know, and what's crazy is watching the video from just 2 days ago, how big of a little eruption that was, but watching how many cars were watching it, and all of a sudden it keeps getting bigger and bigger and getting closer to people, and you see people like, okay, I'm gonna get in my car and drive away now. It's like, well, you should have been driving away a lot longer, a lot sooner, I mean, you know what I mean? And but people just watch these slow train wrecks coming, and right now there's already rain hitting the Oregon coast, Washington coast, but there's some bigger waves hitting. There's some bigger storms coming right behind them in the next couple of days, or possibly the next week. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. This is the time to get prepared. All right. Thank you so much for watching, guys. The Economic Ninja is out.